Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll go over 10 free Mac apps that I genuinely think are worth downloading, especially if you're someone looking to improve your productivity, organization, or just your overall Mac experience. First up is an app called Shottr, and it's one of the best screenshot utility apps available for macOS. As you'd expect, it allows you to take a screenshot of your entire screen or just a smaller area. You can then annotate your screenshot inside Shottr's editing window, which is where I think you'll see just how useful this app can be. You can use the arrow tool to point to things and the text tool to add text over your screenshot. You can also add shapes like rectangles, ovals, and lines. One of the really standout features of Shottr is the ability to blur out parts of your screenshot using the blur tool. This is great if you're sharing a screenshot that may have some sensitive information which you might want to hide. You can also highlight parts of your screenshot or use the spotlight feature, which will darken the rest of the image to bring focus to a particular area. Another really cool feature is the built-in pixel ruler. You can use the number 1 or 2 shortcut keys to bring up the horizontal or vertical ruler, and this could be really handy for someone like a front-end developer or a graphics designer. They've also got a counter tool, which will add numbering every time you click. So if you're sending someone a set of step-by-step instructions or a numbered list of features, this could be really useful for you. One other thing you'll notice is that as I move my cursor over my screenshot, Shottr is detecting the color of the pixels and displaying it in the top right. This built-in color detector is really handy because I can simply hit the tab button and it will copy the color code to my clipboard. Shottr also allows you to do a scrolling capture. I faced this problem many times where I've started to take a screenshot of an area on my screen, like say a web page, and then realized that I'd have to keep scrolling further down to actually capture all of the content. Well, Shottr lets you do exactly that. You can click the scrolling capture button and select an area of the screen to start the capture. Shottr will then automatically scroll through the page and capture all the content. You can then of course crop the screenshot to keep just the content that you want. And that's not all. Shottr actually has a built-in text or QR code detector. So if you have an image with some text on it, you can click the recognize text/QR code button, highlight that text, and it will detect and copy that text to your clipboard. Of course, you can also do the same with QR codes where it will copy the link to your clipboard. Overall, Shottr is just a really powerful screenshot tool. Next is an app called Command X. If you're someone who's used to using a Windows computer or just recently switched over to a Mac, hitting the Control X button may be muscle memory. You'll also know that if you try hitting the Command X button in a Finder window, it doesn't work and you get this rejection sound. Well, with the Command X app, you now have that shortcut on your Mac. If you're in a Finder window, you can now cut a file using Command X, navigate to a new location, and then paste it as normal using Command V. It's a simple little addition, but it definitely improves your workflow. Another really handy app to help with moving files around is Dropover. Dropover allows you to temporarily shelve files while navigating to another folder. Think of it like a floating tray for drag and drop. You can simply grab a file, shake your cursor around, and Dropover will bring up a shelf. You can then drop your files in while you navigate around to a new location. Then you can drag your files out of the shelf and into your new location. Additionally, you can click on the Dropover icon in your menu bar and it will pull up older shelves. So basically, it's keeping a history of all of the files that you've wanted to move around. And since we're on the topic of copying and pasting, another really handy app to check out is CopyClip. This app is a clipboard manager which stores all of the recent items that you've copied and gives you easy access to it when you need it. You can access it through the menu bar and it stores a long list of clipboard history, so you've always got your most recently copied items ready to paste. This is especially handy, for example, if there are multiple pieces of text that you want to copy from an article or a website without having to constantly switch back and forth. You can configure how many clippings you want CopyClip to remember and display, and you can even set up app exceptions in case you don't want to use it with certain apps. Next up is an app called OneThing, and it does exactly what the name suggests. It displays just one thing in your menu bar. I typically use this app to display my most important task for the day or whatever task I'm currently focusing on. So often I get overwhelmed with a large to-do list, or I get distracted while working and forget what I was supposed to focus on. With OneThing, I can type a message and have it display in my menu bar as a constant reminder. Next is an app called Launchy. Launchy is a powerful app launcher that makes it easier to access apps without digging through folders or pages in Launchpad. You can simply hold down the Option and Command keys and it will bring up a wheel of apps you've set or apps that are currently open. I've set it up to quickly launch apps I may need to open from time to time, like my calculator or a Finder window. This also means that I can hide my dock and use more screen real estate for my windows. There are a number of options you can play with, such as size, thickness, and which apps you'd like to display. Next is an app called Usage. Usage displays real-time system stats right in your menu bar, such as memory, processor load, disk utility, and more. It's pretty much a lightweight version of Activity Monitor. It also looks great and just stays out of your way. It's perfect for keeping tabs on your system performance at a glance. Additionally, when you install the app, you can add widgets to your desktop. I personally don't use widgets on my Mac because I like to keep my desktop clean, but if you're someone that does, this could be really handy for you. Next up is actually an Apple app called iPhone Mirroring. This feature is part of macOS and lets you view your iPhone directly from your Mac screen. You will need to ensure that both your iPhone and Mac are on the same iCloud account and that you're using the latest software. You can then connect your iPhone and control it using your cursor. The best part about this app is you can drag and drop files directly onto your Mac desktop. This saves you from having to pick up your iPhone, open AirDrop, and move things around that way. Next is PurePaste. PurePaste automatically strips formatting from any text that you copy. So when you paste it, it's plain text. So often when I copy text from one location and paste it somewhere like Gmail or in a Word document, either the font changes, the font size changes, or it includes hyperlinks, which I just do not want. PurePaste is a simple and automatic way to remove any broken formatting and ensure your text gets pasted way cleaner. Of course, for instances where you do not want to strip the formatting from something, you can use a shortcut to prevent PurePaste from stripping that formatting. However, by default, when you do have the app running, PurePaste will always strip the formatting from anything that you copy. And finally, another app to help speed up your workflow is Espanzo. Espanzo is a text expander app that lets you create shortcuts for anything from email signatures to very frequently used phrases. So for example, if I want to quickly type today's date, I can simply type :date, and Espanzo will replace the text with today's date. And there you have it, 10 free Mac apps that I hope will improve your workflow. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more.